Hello everyone, this is Rude Rocks GT, and today I'm going to show you on how to install a horn button on this is a 1980 Camaro Z28. It does work for other Camaro models, Berlinetta, Camaro itself, of course Z28, also GM. You know, this is kind of popular across the GM. One thing you want to do is just check out to make sure that it's, you know, your application, but the concept's basically the same. This is the hardware you need. You need every one of these pieces. Each one is significant in its own way. You have, this is the clicker. This is kind of what causes the horn to pop back and forth. You have the spacer ring, screws, the spring collar for contact, you know, shaft, so forth, so on. It's kind of explanatory. Of course, this is a horn button itself. All right, what I'm doing is I'm actually having to downgrade the car. If you check out my other videos, you'll see this Camaro here. I replaced the custom wheel with the stock. I went back to stock. I'm trying to change classes in my show, so as far as I'm trying to get out of modified and back down into street. But the steering wheel has already been installed. Okay, so, but it's no big deal. I'll show you what you need to know. This is the shaft of the steering shaft. And if you can tell, there's a notch right there. Now, underneath this nut, which I already torqued down, the steering wheel itself has that same notch. And it's real simple. Line the two notches up, drop the steering wheel down, and then torque the nut. But one thing you're going to want to make sure is coming out of the column itself is I'd say about a 1-inch piece of plastic. It looks kind of like a straw. And what that does, that holds the horn contact, spring, collar, and horn contact itself. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the spring, of course, and then put it right there like so. Okay, and it's just going to kind of pop around there. And then you're going to need this piece here, of course, with a collar, kind of like an alignment type ring. You have to have this little plastic piece. Now what I ended up doing is I had all my stock hardware. I keep everything, you know, file it away. But unfortunately, stuff happens as far as I lost this piece here. It's probably here in the car somewhere, but I'm not going to hunt for it. I went online and bought the entire kit. They are still available. I paid about $28. But here's the thing, and it came brand new. Everything's brand new. And I'm going to tell you something in a second here. So I ended up buying the whole kit for that little collar. Now, I'm sure I could find it cheaper elsewhere, but I didn't have time. I needed it then, I found it, so I bought it. So if you can kind of see, this shaft here slides right into the spring. Okay, and that's what gives its contact. It's going to push back on this ring. Okay, now that's just going to hang there, and it's okay. Just like that. Now, each one of these holes represents a screw. That's where a screw goes in. So there's three. There's like one top, and then two on the bottom. And what you're going to do is you're going to simply line up, actually move like this, just like that. So you kind of get the idea. And then just drop it right in place. Try not to move it around too much because you're going to want that spring contact to stay in place. And once you press down on it, it's going to stay in place. There we go. Just like that. Now underneath there, see, again guys, bear with me, I'm doing this with one hand here. Let me turn this just a little bit. There we go. Try to get those lined up as good as you can. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's good. But that's what makes it, that's what contacts. Okay. All right. Now what you're going to want to do, real quick. So the new hardware, I had gotten everything brand new. What happened was when I put this piece on, again, it's brand new, the horn button popped right off. It didn't grab like an original. So that's why I try to stay original as best I can. So I ditched everything. It came with new screws, everything. I ditched everything. And I says, you know, forget it. And then just stay with what came with it. Now, that notch you see right there, that stays at the 12 o'clock position. Just like that. It's a notch right there. And I'll show you why it's important to put it there. And I'll show you why in just a second. So let me get this put together. Okay, this plastic adapter here, spacers, fits right in there like that. All right, 12 o'clock. There we go. Just like that. Again, I'm doing this with one hand. It's not too bad. There we go. And then to get the screwdriver, that's for this part here, this is the only tool you need. Just slightly snug it up for right now. And then you can put the other two right in place. And then you're not wrenching down on it, you're not torquing it to keep everything. You're not torquing it down to build a building here. You know, you're just simply just snugging it down. Come on. There we go. There. And I'll show you here. Hear that? That's the horn. That's what it does. Okay. Now for safety, this clip just clips right over the shaft like this, as far as the steering shafts. And I'm gonna, okay, no, actually I got it with one hand here. Very good. There it is. All right. Now the horn button. That notch, now, one thing you may want to notice. See, if you look at the Z28 emblem and you flip it right around, there's the notch, 12 o'clock. And again, I'll flip this back around. It's right in line. Okay. Maybe your horn button might be a little off, so you might have to just clock this thing to where, clock this ring to wherever your horn button is, or just take a horn button and just spin it around. But anyways, 12 o'clock. Find out where it's going to sit. Just like that. Boom. There it is. Push. There's your horn button, guys. Very simple. I'm sure there's videos online about it, but the thing is that I couldn't find it. Alright, enjoy, comment. If you have any questions, please holler. As you can see, kind of car's tore apart. I'm actually downgrading from the shifter, and I cannot believe I'm doing it. I am going back to stock. How about that? Unreal. But you have to do what you have to do. Take care, guys. Bye.